Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I actually got myself a new N64 controller. A bit of a story with this one though, a little bit of a story though. Originally I was trying to get a Hori N64 controller, and I left a post about this on my Facebook wall just before the end of last year though, that my New Year's resolution was a Hori N64 controller. Problem is though, you can go online, you can check eBay, you can check Amazon, you can check any other ordering website, and the ones that I always found them on, they were going for like ridiculously high prices. Like for me, between $100 to $200. It was ridiculous. Instead, I didn't buy one. I ended up actually getting something a little cheaper, but still very similar. So let's go open this up and see what we got ourselves with anyway. So we're taking this off now. Oh, there's a bit of a sticker inside here. Well, without giving away too much though, I decided to go buy an Intech Gaming Warrior 64 wired controller, and it works for the original Nintendo 64. I can't show off too much though without trying to I can't show off much without trying to cover up on everything with my finger. Alright, with the scribbling most of the stuff out of here. What I did buy though was, as you see, this is my receipt right here, and I did scribble out how much I paid. Although I'm actually going to go move this off camera a little bit so you guys can actually read what I actually bought online. This is what I bought. Like I said, an Intech Gaming Warrior 64 wire controller, works for the original Nintendo 64, and I actually bought one in blue. So let's go open this little box up here. Go pull this thing out. Oh my God! Isn't this the most cutest thing you've ever seen? Isn't this just the most cutest thing you have ever seen, guys? That's the controller. And like I said, you can use it. This is actually for Nintendo 64. You can just plug this into your Nintendo 64 and it will run just about like a regular Nintendo 64 controller. Seriously, anything will beat. Seriously, I've been wanting one of these of a smaller style controllers. And seriously, anything beats using this thing. And I've been having this thing since the 90s. Late 90s, I should say, because late 90s. But I also wanted to get this though for a number of reasons. Well, first start though, this September is to be more specific. This September, guys, will be the 30th anniversary of Nintendo 64. Although I'm only pointing out North America, though. Japan, the system came out first in Japan in June of 1996. 3 months later would be here in North America here, and Europe ended up waiting roughly almost a year. Well, 9 months and we're going with Japan wise, but here in North America, more like 6 months. It came out in March of 1997. But I've been wanting something very similar to this for a very, very long time. Ooh. Oh, this actually has a rubber stick, just like the GameCube controller. This control stick is actually more like a rubber one, like you would see on the Nintendo GameCube. But just for a little bit of fun and comparison, I have my Nintendo GameCube controller. I just wanted to have a listen to this when I try and rotate the control stick very closely to my microphone. Have a listen to this. Okay, so yeah, definitely has a rubberized feel to this thing, just like the Nintendo GameCube controller. Like look at them; they're very similar in a way. They look very similar. Definitely went with a rubber stick, and now I can finally play Mario Party 1 with this thing without having a glove. Seriously, this thing had a plastic stick, and doing a little bit of this, but when Mario Party 1 would hurt after a while. So I'm glad about this thing actually has a rubber stick. So yeah, I would still wear a glove though, probably though. The D-pad's in a little bit of an awkward spot. It has to be right in the middle of the controller, but still, though, this thing though is perfect. And and if you haven't noticed, there's two shoulder bands on the top, just like very similar to the PS1. These two are still LNR though, but these bottom ones though, strangely enough though, are actually supposed to be the Z button on the original N64 controller. I can understand the Z button on the original was on the back, right here. It's kind of hard to see. I gotta take this rumble pack thing off for a minute. But yeah, now you see the Z button right there. But yeah, it used to be on the back of the controller, and I understand there's just no way they could fully do it with this little guy. I can understand they can't do it with this little guy. At least they still have the memory card slot, or like I said, with the Nintendo 64, you get the rumble pack, and hopefully, I'm just gonna try a little test about it just to see if I rumble pack and still insert into this thing. Oh yeah, it works. And pulling it out, it goes right out. Oh yeah. Oh, I can keep doing this all day. Hell yeah. But yeah, like I said, originally though, this was supposed to be the Hori N64 style controller. Not the exact same thing though. The only thing that made Hori's was there was a little logo that they had on the top of the controller with their branding, their kind of N64 brand, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is still pretty cool. I'm kind of excited, and it's in see-through blue plastic. That's cool. I never had one of these controllers with the see-through colors. I was always, as you're well aware, I was always stuck with a black controller and the black system or dark gray color system since launch. It's iconic, and there's nothing wrong with that though. But yeah, now I kind of wish I had the see-through colored systems. Oh well, though it's okay. I'm gonna stop rambling right now and end the video here. But yeah, hopefully I'm gonna be definitely using this controller pretty soon when I start playing. I do have another Majora's Mask rando and Ocarina of Time rando. For Majora's Mask, I was gonna be doing a Keife Majora's Mask rando, and then when I get back to Ocarina of Time, I was gonna do a location rando of Ocarina of Time. I'm really hankering another one after that Master Quest rando that I did just not too long ago now, but still, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, very quickly, let's try this out on a game that could actually work with this little guy before I do end the video. I just want to make sure it properly works. I don't want to find out all of a sudden I just bought myself a defective device that won't work. Let's try out some Mario Kart 64.
Welcome to Mario Kart.
Airbound works. Control stick works. D-pad also works.
Mario Grand Prix. Select your player. Yahoo!
Only one race. Actually.
Time trial. Select your player. Yahoo! Select match.
see buttons work, I'll give it that. Okay. I think that's good enough. I'm kind of looking forward to using this thing for Majora's Mask Rando. Notice, I still have my Robo Pack. I haven't put this on yet. I'll try it. I'll definitely try it out later when streams and when streams and will finally make a proper return. Right now, I'm just about doing a slow return right now and not really playing much right now on the Twitch channel. Streams are returned though. I will say that, but just a slow return right now. But anyway, though, I'll see you guys later.